Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rekt Capital and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about this wedging structure through the lens of what's going on right now, technically, through the lens of the weekly time frame, and also on the monthly view, what's going on exactly, as well as the sentiment view. How does that all marry together? Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in the future, and let's dive right in. So, fantastic rally in recent days after that fake breakdown to a support that Bitcoin has recently rebounded from, but also earlier this year in October, we've seen a rebound from this blue level. So a fake breakdown into this blue level and then a recovery. But yesterday I posted on my Twitter that we need to see upside confirmation in the form of a daily candle close beyond this black resistance here to confirm a breakout from this overall structure. And you can see here that this is an upside wick beyond this resistance, which tends to happen when people don't trade on confirmation. These are effectively FOMO wicks beyond this black diagonal resistance. FOMO is getting trapped in their positions and then seeing price reject, and reject on 4 separate occasions. And these rejections just tend to occur to as low as the bottom of this structure. And will Bitcoin do exactly that this time round? Possibly, because what's going on right now? Bitcoin is effectively trying to establish a higher low relative to this low. So whether Bitcoin bottoms on this current dip at the bottom of this green area, and there is some evidence to suggest that, and I'm going to talk about that in the next chart. Whether it does that here or at the bottom of the structure, that's still a higher low, right? Whether it's the bottom of the structure or the bottom of the green box, still a higher low. And in fact, if we just look at previous price action at the bottom of the green box, you can see that this was a successful retest of the bottom of the green box. Here we saw successful retests as well. This was the fake breakdown, but now Bitcoin has curled up, rallied into the green area, and now it's trying to retest the bottom of this green box as a support, so effectively trying to reconfirm a break back in to the green box. That is effectively the green weekly demand area, once upon a time a area of resistance, now an area of support. And you can see that upside wicks, once this area figured as a resistance, upside wicks, FOMO wicks beyond this resistance would still lead to a rejection. And we're seeing the same analogous situation, but to the downside in a support area. We're seeing downside wicks, panic selling, capitulation, but also bargain buying right over here. Sell side exhaustion also here. But nonetheless, the analogous situation in this buy area, or at least this demand area, to this sell side supply and FOMO here. So FOMO here, panic selling, capitulation right over here. And what we can try to look at over the next few days, because there are initial signs here of slowing in the sell side momentum. Long downside wicks trying to hammer out a base at the bottom of this green demand area. So far, so good. We are still holding the bottom of this demand area, and this needs to continue. And the daily time frame will be pivotal in setting Bitcoin up for that price strength confirmation at an area where it's held support successfully a few times in the past. And probability wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, that's 4 out of 5 times, or at least 3 out of 5 times. We're still in the process of trying to figure out this retest, but probability is suggesting that this could very well be a successful retest, and a successful retest would be confirmed, just like in the past. It will be confirmed with a daily candle close above the bottom of the green box, and potentially some downside wicking into the bottom of this green box as well. So retest is in progress, and generally we're seeing a retest in progress on the weekly time frame. In this weekly demand area, slowing in the sell side momentum is potentially occurring. This is still a changing candle, so I'm just talking about that through the lens of these 2 candles here. this one's still looking relatively promising, still achieving that price strength confirmation, but still changing, still forming, so we can't really base any conclusions off of that single candlestick. But nonetheless, the most important thing here, with only a few days left in this month of November, we need to see November rally just a little bit more, just above this green level. Once a previous resistance, now figuring as potential new support, we need to see Bitcoin recover back above 58,700, and it was above this level yesterday. And generally we're going to see zigzagging and just downside volatility below this level throughout this month, but ultimately just in time for the monthly candle close, we need to see Bitcoin recover back above 58,700 for this effectively to be a retest. FOMO wicks right over here, no solid price action and sustainable breaking beyond this level back in April, March and May. Last month we saw October actually monthly candle close above this level, and now we're trying to retest this level. So effectively this was breaking this sentiment here of sell side price action, or at least sell side behavior, people willing to sell here. Now we're seeing this dynamic slightly change, but we need to see confirmation in the form of that retest here of a monthly close above this level. And at the moment, investors are still fearful. They are still fearful because, of course, we're seeing lots of volatility to the downside recently. And in fact, investors saw and experienced extreme fear, which is where we saw a nice reversal take place. This is when we saw extreme fear occur in this downside wick or this candle right over here. Extreme fear occurring very close to the bottom of that price reversal. So we're still fearful, and if Bitcoin is to indeed form this higher low, whether over here at the bottom of this green box or at the bottom of this structure, wherever it forms that higher low, that's going to continue to deplete sentiment, bring it a bit lower perhaps, but nonetheless, investors are still fearful, and we could still see a bit of that fear come in, but only insofar to achieve that successful retest, which needs to happen for Bitcoin to continue its upside trajectory. In any case, guys, that's about it for today's video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in the future. And of course, like the video if you enjoyed this one. Thanks so much for watching today. I'm Rekt Capital, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Speak to you soon.